Hello, I'm Chef Luis Robledo. Welcome to the Chocolate Academy Online. Are you ready to make some gingerbread coconut snap bars? In this course, we will learn how to combine two different textures, a soft caramel and a crunchy coconut base. We will also learn how to infuse the caramel with traditional holiday spices for an exciting flavor profile. Ready to get started? Our first step is to prepare the mold, and here are the ingredients you will need. Red cocoa butter melted, IBC Creative Gold powder, alcohol 96%, and some Callebaut 70-30-42 melted. You will also need the following utensils. Dip a corner of your paper towel into the alcohol and clean each mold individually and let them dry. Lightly spray your mold with red cocoa butter, then turn the mold upside down and wipe it clean on a paper towel. Let crystallize for a few minutes. Once set, place the molds on a sheet of parchment paper. Dip your brush in the gold powder and tap inside the molds until the entire surface is covered. Turn your molds upside down and tap to remove the excess powder. Pour the crystallized chocolate into the piping bag and cut the tip. Pipe chocolate into each individual mold and tap to remove the air bubbles. Scrape the excess, then turn upside down and tap again to remove the excess chocolate. Leave the molds to crystallize for a few minutes at room temperature. Our next step is to make the gingerbread caramel, and here are the ingredients you will need. 360 grams of cream, 2 grams vanilla beans, 3 grams cardamom seeds, 7 grams cinnamon stick, 30 grams fresh ginger, 90 grams of butter, 215 grams of sugar, 140 grams of glucose syrup, and 30 grams of Callebaut W2 chocolate. You will also need some Callebaut 70-30-42 melted. For the gingerbread caramel, you'll need the following utensils. For the gingerbread caramel, we will start by warming up the cream with the vanilla, cardamom, cinnamon, and ginger. Take the saucepan off the heat, cover it with plastic, and let the cream steep for at least 1 hour. Add the glucose and butter to the cream and bring to a boil. Then strain through a fine mesh. Place a small amount of sugar in another saucepan. Once the sugar starts to melt, add a little more. Repeat the process until all the sugar is added and caramelized to a dark color. This will be around 200 degrees Celsius. Deglaze the mix with the hot cream by adding it in small amounts and mixing well after each addition. Once all the cream is added, bring to a boil. Cook the caramel mix to 104 degrees Celsius and then add the chocolate. Mix vigorously to emulsify. Cover with plastic wrap, making sure the plastic touches the entire surface of the caramel, and let the caramel cool down to 30 degrees Celsius before piping it into a mold. Pour the caramel into a piping bag. And pipe a line into each chocolate bar mold. Scrape the caramel flat. Seal the chocolates by piping some Callebaut 70-30-42 chocolate onto the caramel. Scrape to remove the excess and place the molds in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes to set. Next, we will be making the coconut sablés, and here are the ingredients you will need. 195 grams of flour, 3 grams of ginger powder, 2 grams of cinnamon powder, 185 grams of butter, 75 grams of confectioner's sugar, 2 grams of salt, 25 grams of unsweetened grated coconut lightly toasted, and 30 grams of egg whites. You will also need some Mi-Crio cocoa butter. You will need the following utensils for the coconut sablé. Place all the ingredients except the egg whites in the Thermomix. Mix until well incorporated and you reach a wet sand texture. Add the egg whites and mix again until a dough forms. Place the dough on an acetate sheet and top with another. Roll to a 1.5 mm thickness and cover the entire surface of the sheet so that your dough is square. refrigerate overnight. Cut the dough into 12.5 by 3 cm strips. Place on a sealed pan and cover with another. The reason why we cover the sablaise with a sealed pan is to have an even baking on all the cookies. Bake at 160 degrees Celsius for 14 minutes. Sprinkle with mi-crio cocoa butter while still warm, and let it cool down. We sprinkle the sablaise with cocoa butter to protect them from humidity. We are now ready to assemble the bars. Here are the ingredients for this recipe. Crystallized 70-30-42 Calabaut dark chocolate. And here are the utensils you will need for the assembly. Unmold the chocolate caramel bars. Pipe a line of chocolate in the middle of each sablé and place the chocolate caramel bar on top. Let crystallize for a few minutes and it's ready. I hope you have enjoyed this course today. We learned how to combine very different textures to create a spectacular snack bar. We learned how to infuse a caramel with spices, a technique you can use as inspiration for your favorite spice mix. And we also learned how to decorate our molds to achieve a shiny gloss for any festive occasion. If you make this recipe or a personal variation of it, don't hesitate to share your creation with us. Hasta pronto!